And I think we're finally live, ladies and gentlemen. So this is, of course, Loud Music with Salamander. No, it turns out it's actually fully charged with Sal and CBear, the TF2 podcast that we do every week. You know, even when Salamander is slightly ill. I wouldn't have done it if it was yesterday. Yesterday I would have just been lying in bed. I would have been like, CBear, go on without me. I don't know, maybe he would have like reached out for me from the cliff, but probably not. He would have just been like, watch me fall.
I'd be mid-flight down there right now to nurse you back, be making homemade chicken soup for you, buddy. It'd be great. Chicken noodle soup.
Why don't I believe that?
Because it's a lie. But I'm happy that your 105-degree fever broke and that you're healthy. Because it makes
I'm not having auditory hallucinations anymore. So we've got a couple of illustrious guests with us today to discuss the pre-LAN stuff, and I want to go over the guests first. CBear, one of them didn't make it, and that is Boomer. He did not make it. Actually, Shade didn't make it either, so filling in for him is going to be Lansky. But Boomer, we don't have any reps right now from the bros, from the whales. So Boomer is going to be represented tonight by a pony.
Yeah, he brought Lansky in because he's been scrimming with LG to take over for Shade. Boomer had something to do with work. There are a bunch of other Space Whales guys that are playing a Shoot Mania tournament right now, and they can't play, or they can't join us, which sucks. But that's okay. We'll just make up awful lies about them and their team and have fun with it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we can dump on them all we want today. We've got, of course, Enigma here from Classic Mix-Up. It was going to be Platinum, but he had to bail at the last minute because of real-life issues. We have Tagarung, the great Tagarung from... and by the way, that's not a picture of Enigma, just because people are going to talk about it. It's a picture of Ark. Tagarung is from the Chess Club, and Tag, with that kind of hat, who could mistake you for a member of the Chess Club?
Somebody that's blind?
What exactly is the hat? I didn't ask you when we were getting ready.
I actually have no idea what it is. I guess it's moose.
That's Tag.
People always say I'm Canadian, so I guess it's a moose.
Tag will put any old thing on his head that you hand him. So that's what it sounded like today. And finally, like I said, we do have Lansky here representing Classic Mix-Up. Now, sorry, not Mix-Up, Leviathan. Lansky, you're not on the team, right? But you have been scrimming with them
Yeah, I'm not on the team,
lot.
but I've been watching them play, so I guess I can speak on that behalf at least.
Okay, all right. Do you know their opinions of the other players? Because that's going to be pretty important.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. So there, real quick, before we even start with all of that, we had, I guess, kind of a drama bomb issue recently with the ESEA Orange stream being set up. And I know the community wants to hear a little bit of updates and news about that. We're not going to get too much into it tonight. If we are going to do that, it may end up being next week on next week's show. I don't know if that's going to be the topic yet or what we're going to do. But if we're really going to discuss that in depth, you have to have both sides present for the debate, and we actually don't. We don't have Eckstein here, so it wouldn't really be fair to Eckstein to have a discussion on the show without him. So we're not going to do that, but we can give you guys just a couple of statements, and CBear, I know he wants to. He looks like he really is happy to give a statement. So go for it, my friend.
No, we'll do it next week, and I'll talk exactly, try to work out some of the inconsistencies that was brought up in this video that was made and the drama therein. I will say this, and this is the only thing I'll say tonight about it. When you're really pissed off about something, it's not the greatest idea to hop on Fraps and record a vlog for 30,000 subscribers and get really mad about it without talking to people and stuff first. And I'm disappointed that things were said that just flat out aren't true, and hopefully we'll have a chance to discuss it later, and we can tell our side of the story. But yeah, unfortunately it was made. There is drama, but in the end we're going to have a good LAN regardless, and I'm looking forward to LAN above all else, so that's it.
Speaking of that, we got some awesome guests here tonight to discuss that upcoming LAN with us, members of the LAN or members of a past LAN, if you want to talk to Lansky a little bit. But we got people who are going to be looking forward to having a good time at LAN. I want to start with the reigning champ right now, Enigma. Give us your opinion on how this is going to go.
I think it's going to go like any other. Towards the end of the season, you always have those one or two teams at the top that everyone thinks is going to completely dominate the LAN, but then you show up at LAN, and it's much closer than anyone anticipated. I think this LAN will go the same way, and it'll be a lot closer than people think.
A lot closer than people think. Now, you guys you've had your share of ups and downs against Leviathan Gaming in particular. Have they gotten past their, in your opinion, have they gotten past their transition issues with their players? Are they going to be like a lot harder to beat than they were with, say, Bloodsire now that they have Hero?
Absolutely, but even with Hero, I mean, he's a great player and all, but he's no Clockwork. And I think that the LG now is a far cry from the LG that showed up at I-46 and that we still beat. So I'm pretty confident going into it.
Dang.
Dang.
That's right. I mean, we'd like to talk about the process match as it kind of restored faith in all of us that we might have close games between Mix-Up and LG.
Yeah.
Did that match change your opinion? I think maybe I even asked this the last time we were on, but that match changed the way you think that series can go? Do you think, well, obviously you must think LG has a chance to beat you. I mean, it's not a set in stone one way or the other, but LG with Hero still is a threat, and any team can beat any other team on land like we've seen.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Anything can happen on land. And especially last season, you saw the #1 team, Flow, who everyone thought would completely dominate the land, just go out fourth completely unexpectedly. And, I mean, it could happen to us, but from all indications, I think we'll be okay. And regarding the process match, I think it was more of us just not playing at our best, and we use that as kind of a wake-up call to kind of ramp up our practice schedule. We should be much better prepared now.
So you guys have been practicing a lot then, huh?
Absolutely. Every night for the past week or so, I would say.
So I was gonna say, Tag just made his noise. I mean, it's odd because we don't have a lot of high-level teams at this point, especially in the off-season. Most of the other invite teams that will play next season are still being formed, probably from some teams that don't make it through after the LAN is over. So you guys end up scrimming against the other LAN teams mostly, right?
Yeah. When we can scrim like LG, Mix-Up, or Bro, we take it. But if they're not online, we have to usually scrim IM teams. Usually we scrim HRG. Actually, we only scrim HRG.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I talked to Tag about the lack of preparation for the chess club. Are you worried about it? I mean, it's going to be your first LAN. I think a lot of your guys' first LAN. How do you think it's going to go for you guys? Being the 4th seed, not a lot is expected out of you guys. Do you think that you guys have a chance to do something, or are you worried that the lack of preparation is going to be a problem?
I'm not sure, honestly. Like the way that we scrim and the way that we play in matches is just completely different. And Kermit and Stoltis actually get serious, and they actually play very well at the game. And I know Kermit likes to like talk up things, but I really think that him being on a good setup is gonna really help us, like, because he says he gets 15 FPS on any map that's not Badlands or Granary. I don't know to believe that or not, but I can hope that he will actually like start being really, really good at LAN. Yeah.
You know who's really good at LAN? Clockwork.
LG is really good at LAN.
Yeah. Clockwork not on LG, though, anymore. We're going to have to talk about that. Because are the Space Whales going to be like this year's dark horse at LAN? Are they going to come from behind and win everything? Or have they been practicing at all? Do you guys know?
It's actually an interesting tidbit that developed I think last night when they were scrimming LG. I think they made the decision to swap Clockwork onto Soldier and put Blaze on Scout.
Really?
That could change things. That's what I don't know if I'm being trolled, but that's what I heard.
No. I can confirm that. They wanted to test it out just because Blaze actually played really well on Scout as playing like a passive Scout, and Clockwork, he's a Soldier, so he knows how to play it. I think they felt like their combo presence just wasn't strong enough, so I guess they're switching things around. I think Boomer would be roaming Clockwork Pocket and then Blaze and YZ Scout, and it actually worked out pretty well for them. It was 5-4, LG won, but I think they're taking it seriously. I can see that face, Sal, but I'm pretty sure they are taking it seriously. I wouldn't expect them to try that like so late in the race for LAN. Like I wouldn't see them practicing it if it weren't gonna be serious.
It's surprising, yeah.
Considering how little they practiced during the regular season, people were kind of on them, like, you guys never scrim ever.
Yeah, that was kind of the story, right? Was like, oh, well, there's one invite team, it doesn't practice at all. But so they have been practicing a lot recently then, right?
Yeah, and I mean, if they're gonna practice at all, I mean, I don't think they would waste their time with that kind of strategy. So you might see that at LAN. I'm thinking that it actually will happen, but I don't know 100% at this point because I'm not on
That's
it.
such a bad idea, though. Like, I mean, I can't. Blaze is a really good roamer. Clockwork, I mean, he's a good player all around. He could play a really high-level soldier too. But like, if they're going to do well, it's going to be because of Clockwork and Blaze doing really, really well. I think
Yeah,
they're the
yeah, for sure.
best players on their
Blaze
spots.
is also Blaze is also like a monster at land, so I'm not. I mean, on Soldier, so
Yeah.
it'd be really strange to see if they actually go through with it.
Plus it's so late. Like,
Yeah.
2 days.
yeah, 2
Yeah.
days.
Really late,
That's
so
weird. That's weird.
I don't know.
Oh well, that's pretty funny. But I do, Sal. You asked if you think they're going to be the dark horse, and I think after they made the move to get Clockwork, just looking at their team, and they have a lot of guys that have had a history of doing really well at LAN. Dummy is a beast at LAN. Well,
Yep.
actually, he
Well-
has been a beast at LAN. He's had some pretty bad games. I almost said the S word. Bad. But yeah, I think I'm really intrigued to see the Space Whales LG match in the first best of 3. I'm not going to be able to cast that one, but I'm excited to see. I think that could go 3, and I think it's going to be a close series. I'm expecting a lot of big plays versus between those two teams.
Okay, so you're
Too bad
expecting.
we don't have anyone actually on those two teams that can talk about the matchup. But hey,
Yeah.
Well, we have. I mean, Lansky, I'm sure that you, because they've been playing quite a bit. Those two teams, Wales and LG. As he unmutes his staticky mic, I know he's listening.
Sorry about
that. No, it's cool. Have you seen how the two teams match up? It seems like the series and the games and the scrims have been pretty close overall.
Yeah, it was actually a lot closer with their new lineup than it has been in the past. On maps like Badlands, I recall LG like usually 5-2ing or 5-3ing Bro, but it was a lot closer when they were trying their new lineup. So maybe that'll give them the confidence to try out, the whole Clockwork on Pocket thing. But still, it's really crazy they would try it so late. And
That's so nuts, but
the one thing about like Clockwork is, he's proven that he's a really good land scout. Very consistent, very good. And Blaze also proved that he can be set up on roamer. So it's just surprising that they would try and swap it around. But I guess they're feeling a little bit pressured to like try and pull a fast one on mix up or LG from previous scrims. Maybe they feel like they can't contest them at lane.
I just remembered from talking with Clockwork earlier today. I think the other issue they were having was that YZ15 and Clockwork play too much the same style, that neither of them could really play passively. So that's why they wanted to move one of them to another role so that another scout could take the role of the passive scout.
I wanted to ask
Yeah.
Enigma. Sorry, Tag. Sorry,
That's cool.
but I playing against a lot of was made after the acquisition of Clockwork that Wales had like the 2 best scouts ever, and that they were going to be unstoppable. When you guys scrimmed them, have you found that combo to be as great as was made out to be when it was first sort of announced, or do you think that the mesh or the competing play styles or the similar play styles, I guess, kind of leave something to be desired between a less passive scout maybe? Between the two? That question sucked, but you know what I mean? Like, are they capable of working together, I guess, and being as good as on paper they should be?
Well, the hype is definitely not just all hype. Definitely both, by far, the hardest scout pair that we have to play against. But I think they pretty much realized it's pretty much true that they just don't work well together. They play pretty much the exact same style, and they'll always be just flanking and not really regarding anything else.
So it only requires one rocket to hit both of them because they're both always in the same place, kind of thing.
Sounds about right.
Okay. I mean, you still, even if you do have the best scouts in the game, they still aren't always going to be equally matched up against like the best soldiers in the game, right? You're still going to have to dodge rockets left and right, and sometimes it's just not going to work very well. So you need to have the best scouts in combination with something else, whether it be the best soldiers. So let's talk real quick about some soldiers. Got some soldiers here. We got Lansky.
Oh wow.
We got CBear. What do you play, CBear?
Nothing
I don't even
anymore.
know.
But
What do you used to play?
Your Tag is the best roamer I know.
I know.
Guys, so
Um,
direct any soldier questions to me, just straight down below me to Tag.
Okay, all right, directly beneath you. Tag, though, yeah, we do need to ask you exactly how the soldier situation is going to work out. Roaming soldier first. Who's going to be the best roaming soldier at LAN? You're allowed to say yourself.
no, probably not. It wouldn't be me. I really like the way Dave AC plays roamer soldier. I actually like it a lot, but I don't know. It's really hard for me to say, honestly. I think roaming soldier really just depends on how well your team backs you up. and how well you get in. And Dave AC can get in. His rocket jumps are like ridiculous. Like I don't know how he does it. I really need to start jumping more, but I'm too lazy to. But I think Dave AC gets into those opportunities the best with Wilmer Soldiers, but it all comes down to to how your team just takes advantage of that situation, in my opinion.
So
But
you say you're what, too lazy to practice jumps? Is practicing jumps like going to jump it servers or whatever? Is that like kind of a requirement of roamers?
yeah, going to jump at servers or just opening like just starting your own server and just jumping around on maps, like just playing around on the map for a while. Like I know I used to just jump around Badlands just to get used to like routes and like strafes that I could, get out, or practicing the drop down jump on Granary and other things like that. But
I could teach you that one, Tag. I'm a master of drop down jump. Damn.
Yeah, going back to the original question, I think Blaze and his team do they work the best with like his plays and just converging together on his jumps and everything. Mixup does it very well as well, but I feel like Bro or Space Whales does it the best.
One thing I like about Dave, I think a lot of the stream chats, like, Dave, yeah, is that he seems like he takes predetermined routes that he's going to take at mid. He does a lot of jumping behind teams and running around and stuff. That's stuff I never even thought of doing back when I roamed. But I guess my heyday of roaming, I didn't have gunboats either. But are you going to look to do some of that stuff as well? Or are you going to be kind of just try to get on the medic early or get a good bomb off? Or are you going to try to do the jump behind and collect health packs and come in and flank or something later on in the fight?
Honestly, I like mixing things up a lot. I never like being predictable, and I usually do whatever I think is best for my team. So if I see like an opening on the med, I'll take it. But if it's like if I see there's too much, if there's not a route in, then I'll go for the jumping behind them, eating health packs, spamming rockets behind them and making them look back. And honestly, I never really have a set goal in mind when I go into a fight. I just assess the situation then, and then I decide where to go. So I don't know how.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first. Tag has no goals in life, but
To have as many hats as anyone's ever owned ever.
Oh yeah.
there you go.
You
I'm
told
actually
me
thinking about.
when you agreed to do the show, you said you were going to change hats every 5
Yeah.
minutes, and you've had that thing on for like half an hour. Come on, man.
It is a pretty sexy hat.
I'll still do switch.
In all seriousness, no, I think each team going there definitely has the goal of winning. I mean, who's going to show up in Dallas just to be like, yeah, hey, we showed up, right? So while we have Tag off getting his hat, let me hear some predictions on what the actual order is going to be. Like who's getting first, second, third, and fourth at LAN, and we'll start with Enigma.
I think we'll take first. I think.
Shocker.
I don't know about Bro and LG.
Okay.
I can't predict that. But I think if I had to choose, maybe Bro second, LG third, Chess Club fourth.
Okay.
I'm interested. Just a quick question. Who are you more afraid of? I mean, if you're afraid of either between LG and Bro. And I can talk shit about Chess Club because Tag's not here.
He can still hear us, though. That's the thing. He's got a wireless headset.
I can still hear you.
Returns from his walk-in dorm closet.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah. I made sure I got the good closet.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think between Bro and LG? I think a lot of people are expecting Mix-Up and LG to have another, good series between the two teams. But you just said not Ducks, definitely not Ducks. But you just said Space Whales over LG. Do you think that they're going to beat him?
Maybe, I don't know. It depends what Bro decides to run. I think their new lineup is a mistake, but I think if they run what they've been practicing, they might have a better chance on LAN at beating LG.
Yeah, I kind of agree. All right, so I want to throw the ball around here to everybody. Lansky, what do you think about placement? Who do you have going first through fourth?
Yeah, I think that Mix-Up will take first just because of their impressive showing at I-46. A problem with Flow was they had a really strong online performance, but their LAN performance just wasn't up to that same caliber. But just because Mix-Up proved themselves, they have the upper hand. I think that first and second place will be Mix-Up and LG. I'm not sure. I mean, I got to give it to Mix-Up, like I said, but it should be pretty close. It should be, you know, some good finals, I think. Hopefully 2 best of 3s. And then it'll go down to probably Grow. Just because they have a lot of really good LAN players, and then Chess Club because they haven't been playing a whole lot, and a lot of them are new to LAN.
Okay, and before we go to Tag's predictions, Photochop in the stream brings up a very good point, and I want you guys to make sure you bring your passports to LAN because Texas is apparently going to secede. So you want to make sure you make sure you got the passports, bros.
See ya, Sal. Bye. Nice knowing you, dude.
But yeah, Lansky picking Bro over LG, and Lansky, you've been watching LG
sorry,
play,
I said
right?
Mix-Up,
Oh.
LG, Pro, Chess.
Okay, all right.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, so you think LG's got what it takes at least to beat the Bros?
Yeah, I think LG will be in the finals with Mix-Up. I'm not sure. I think that Mix-Up will take the finals, but it should be really close.
So when we started out, it's gonna be a double elimination tournament, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Mix Up versus the Chess Club first.
Yep.
And so the very first match of the day is gonna be, or maybe not the first match of the day, but it's gonna be Bros versus LG.
I think it's us versus Chess Club first, and then the other sub matches.
I think that's it.
So Tag, before we go into that crazy awesome action, you guys are gonna beat Mix Up and knock him out of the upper bracket, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
listen to that confidence.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like Mix-Up is gonna go first. I don't know, cause LG does wreck LAN. Like they do very well on LAN. So honestly, I don't even want to do like first or second. I feel like Chess Club can make third, but it will be tough for us. Like we'd actually really have to try. But when we do try, we actually play very well as a team. So
Okay. So you're not totally counting yourselves out yet. You're not just there to show up, right? You want to win the
No.
whole thing.
well,
I mean,
yeah.
I would hope.
It's an excuse
It'd
to
be nice.
vacation to the lovely Dallas, Texas, and
Oh yeah, the lovely Dallas, Texas, where you get to sit in the hotel the entire time.
And like we Exxon and I offered to go down there and quote them. I was really like worried that they were going to say yes. I mean, I would have gone because
Oh, Dallas!
I would have done it, but yeah, just the stories I've heard of the surrounding area and stuff. It's just like
Oh, it's not terrible.
no, I know, but it's
Aren't you from like Michigan? No, Minnesota. Minnesota's not bad. I was gonna be like, aren't you from Michigan?
I'm not
How
from
could Dallas be
Michigan.
worse than Michigan? No, yeah.
No, I'm from the Twin Cities in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. Awesome, best place on earth. Like why would anyway? We're not gonna shit on Dallas either.
I'll shit on Dallas. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's also at a new venue this time. Last time it's
Oh,
always
yeah.
at the Sterling, which is a really bad hotel. And I think I don't know what the new one is called, but I hear it's a lot better.
Tag, is this the first LAN you've actually been to or are going
Yep.
to? Okay.
My first LAN ever, actually. Yep.
There we go. There's that hat switch. Okay. Man, I'm already.
Are you a theater guy or something? You have more hats. Like you is that a scene shop back there or something? I don't understand why I'm one man.
It could be. Like, it's all my disguises, like to get out of like really tough situations. You know.
Right.
hmm
You're gonna have that during LAN. You're bringing all those hats, right, to LAN?
Actually, somebody said they would give me $50 if I wear like my Batman get up to LAN. So I'll definitely be taking that.
Yeah, well, $50, man. That's. I picture Tag walking down Lincoln Park in Chicago in these different hats. Not even.
No. I do not go outside with wearing these.
Did we get Tag's first through fourth predictions of what he thinks is gonna happen?
No, he kind of backed out of it. He was just like, I don't
How
know,
do you wanna
man.
do it? Come on, Tag.
Wait, what?
I'm
sorry.
Who do you think's gonna win? Second or first through fourth?
Oh, you're gonna
Yes.
make me pick.
We're gonna make you pick.
Yeah.
It'll be very close between first, second, Mix Up and LG. I'm gonna say first to I mean, not. I'm gonna say first to Mix Up, just because they've shown consistent domination throughout the season. Don't count on LG because they have that crazy land phenomenon where they just go nuts. Um, but so that's second. Uh, I want to say let's clip third. I really think we can make third, but anything can happen. I'm not a person that you know sets things in stone. So
Yeah, I mean, we're just asking for predictions now. Like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? Tag. People are gonna bet on this or something. Tags like this.
By the way, betting pool. After the stream, we'll talk about that.
oh yeah.
I was trying to think if I was laying odds for this, what odds I would give Mix Up to take first. It'd probably be probably like a pick 'em, like them versus the field or something. Maybe not even that, because I think they're as big of favorites as we've ever seen going into a LAN.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was wondering if there's pressure, Enigma, on you guys because of that sort of chance to be known as the best team in TF2 history, like just the most dominant I-46, and then if you guys crush LAN, does that come into play, or are you guys just kind of, since you've all been there, relaxed and ready just to go?
I think it's significantly less than the pressure that was on us at I-46.
Mhm.
I mean, even I-46, after winning, it was just more of a feeling of relief rather than anything else. We're living up to our expectations. But now that that's over, it feels like we're more than confident that we can take ESEA in the same fashion.
And you don't have to sit on a stage this time. You're not having every single move broadcast on a personal television monitor right in front of you to the entire audience. So it's a little different in terms of
God, no.
atmosphere, right?
They'll
That's a
allow you
much
to
better
take a bathroom
setting,
break.
yeah.
And,
I mean, it was an intense experience. When we go, let's see, I-46, there was basically no drama at all, I can remember. Or maybe I just wasn't privy to it. But even in the past ESEA lands, I can't think of any serious TF2 drama since I've been
I
around the
can.
scene.
remember
I
when
wasn't
Tyler-
talking to you.
Oh. Come on, Sal. You remember when Tyler stole the trophy? That was
Okay. I wasn't here for that. I actually started later. That totally counts, though. But
Almost forgot about
beyond that, yeah, I know. Beyond that, that's the thing is I don't know of a lot of TF2 drama compared to the Counter-Strike drama where kids get arrested and do retarded things. It seems
arrested?
like, or very close to it. At least last season, they were walking around drunk around the Sterling Hotel and picking fights with people. So yeah, they got dropped by their sponsor because they were acting like little assholes.
Wow.
But what do you expect is Counter-Strike? But is there the potential for any of that kind of TF2 drama on any sort of level this time around? Or is there going to be more trophy stealing? Is there going to be drunken antics? I mean, what's going to happen?
I heard that there's going to be drama from a little bird, but he wouldn't tell me what the drama was.
I think you're talking about me and DJC.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I think there'll be some funny things that happen at LAN. I'm not going to say what because I don't know what's going to happen, but I've heard things. My feelers are out, and I think there'll be drama. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I would say look out for right after LAN is over. I think some funny stuff is going to happen. And by funny, I mean dramatic stuff. But since I'm involved in drama, I'm hoping that it's big and ridiculous, so it takes the focus off of us evil backstabbing.
So are we allowed to? We're not allowed to know which players these are involved, are we?
I don't even know for sure. I mean, it's just stuff that I've heard from people. I don't want to say anything because I'm pretty sure some of them are probably would know if I said anything. And it's 2 days before LAN, and I wouldn't want to have anyone's performance affected because of whatever. I just think that there's going to be a pretty significant. This is going to be one of the biggest shifting off seasons we've ever seen in TF2. And I think it's going to start early, and you're going to see a lot of stuff happen. And it's going to be pretty funny. I think.
Okay. All right. That looks. It already sounds interesting. You say. Okay, I won't ask anymore. I'm curious now too, so I'm going to ask you offline, just whenever I can.
I will tell you offline.
But of course, we don't want to give anything away. I guess you'll have to stay tuned for the LAN.
Raggerism. CBear and DJC are getting married. Not true. Unfortunately, it's not.
Why didn't you tell me? I was going to be the best man. I had an outfit picked out.
Sal has my heart, and I can't go back on him. So I'm still trying to get into there. So do we have anything else that we need to get to as far as prediction stuff? We went through everybody. How about, do we have anybody that's actually playing Tag and Enigma are playing each other right now? So they're set to be the 1-versus-4 matchup. Tag, are you gonna dominate Enigma, or what's gonna happen there?
No, probably not.
Man,
I'm
Soldier on
dude,
land.
dude,